Is it another mistake? Is it another mistake? JP finishes Eagle Jet off, and the first game goes to Raid. He gets short. He got short by both Eagle Jet. He is in loads of trouble. If they know Raid's going to push A, they can simply push out Messi, and Drizzle might be in some sort of trouble here. But SYS are running away, and Raid's going for A instead. And now SYS are going to make a push, and there's a big push coming in. I'm not sure if Raid's going to survive this one. Raid Messi all tracked on the way. He's the first takedown. Monitor here. He's going to the backside of the SYS. Look at the backside showing them. Oh my goodness, SYS are in trouble. Their push is getting denied heavily. Monitor is going to finish Alexa. He finishes Alexa. Mediums are definitely trapped. Going to land a good shell into Arcade, and a fire scored. And SYS almost did it, but they couldn't quite cut the cheese. And that's a wrong phrase, because cut the cheese means fart, so they didn't fart, of course. They couldn't cut the mustard. Enough. Look at that, he took a hit, 384, 2 hits, 3 hits! They got A, Feast got A. Juicy, he's isolating himself by 4 tanks. Juicy is a focus actually, but that reactive armor and Boom Boom bouncing is going to buy them some time. For both Eyeline and Topcat to Cobalt. Oh, Bifrost going very aggressive here. Oh, he got shot by 440, but he tagged up both Eyelion and Rubber Chicken here. They can't get C at this point though. Only 982, 942, they killed one tank. Nari is in loads of trouble. And I think the reason why Ray lost is because I mispronounced all the names and they are very angry and they intentionally lost this game just because of that. So let's get serious and pronounce their names correctly. It's probably not the case of me mispronouncing their names while they are losing, but Messi taking 600, 631 he's getting pushed by both CU and also AAA. I think that is the signal for Ray to actually get aggressive into B. But Cobalt misses and crashes onto the rope, but made an important bounce from Hori, and he made a good shell into Cephalin. Cephalin, who is going to die first? Oh, great chromatic! Bounces onto Maddox, but Cephalin couldn't finish off Maddox. But this time, Feast is going to make the push. We're going to see a push over to Lovefu. Lovefu by the first tank down for IX. Maddox is going to be the sole focus for Cats, and Maddox needs to drop down in this case. He cannot stay there for too long. Feast have the cap lead here this time. 890 for them, but Bifrost might be the next tank down. It's getting really messy here. But CX is trying to put a shell. I think he misses, but Bifrost is also down. CXC is also down. 175, 180. Cats on the cusp of a victory here. 990. They need to kill a tank. 995, and it's a win for Cats. They won the second round. However, IX are pretty spread out. If the mediums relay that information, that means Feast are rushing on the C side, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. 4 vs 3. Maddox is going to get rushed by both Leopard and Love Fu, and this is going to be really close. This is still very close to call. Cobalt needs to run away, but he's low. But a good track shot into Excromatic, but he got shot by Excromatic though. Oh, is he going to land Egg Shell? No! That Egg Shell bounces, but Tempted Fate bounces as well. He's going in. He's able to do a circle of death. Good Egg Shell, but is he going to be close enough? No! Tempted Fate is down. But Retty already making a move to rush both Money Dude and OG projects. Will they buy enough time to absorb the rush, and so that Raid will be quick enough to rotate back and support those E5s, because they don't have a lot of time left. But Eagle Jacked is going to rush down the middle here. Oh no, is it another mistake? It's another mistake! JP finishes Eagle Jacked off, and the first game goes to Raid! He gets shot. He got shot by both Eagle Jet. He is in loads of trouble. If they know Raid's going to push A, they can simply push out Messi, and Drizzle might be in some sort of trouble here. But SYS are running away, and Raid's going for A instead. And now SYS are going to make a push, and there's a big push coming in. I'm not sure if Raid's going to survive this one. Raid Messi, all tracked on the way. He's the first tank down. For Monitored here, he's going to the back side of the SYS. Look at the backside showing them. Oh my goodness, SYS are in trouble. Their push is getting denied heavily. Monitored is going to finish Alexa. He finishes Alexa. Mediums are definitely trapped. Going to land a good shell into Arcade, and a fire scored. And SYS almost did it, but they couldn't quite cut the cheese. And that's a wrong phrase, because cut the cheese means farting. They didn't fart, of course. They couldn't cut the mustard. Enough. Look at that, he took a hit, 384, 2 hits, 3 hits! They got A, Feast got A, Juicy, he's isolating himself by 4 tanks. Juicy is the focus actually, but that reactive armor and Boom Boom bouncing is going to buy them some time for both Eyeline and Topcat to Cobalt. Oh, Bifrost going very aggressive here. Oh, he got shot by 440, but he tagged up both Eyeline and Rubber Chicken here. They can't get C at this point though. Only 982, 942. They killed one tank. Nari is in loads of trouble. And I think the reason why Ray lost is because I mispronounced all the names and they're very angry and they intentionally lost this game just because of that. Right. Good evening everyone on the Asia server. This is going to be the last match day of the previous skill tournaments. I'm following our end and this is me, Wildoneshelper. So kind of, this is going to be the last time I'm going to be talking about the previous skill tournament format. And at this point, if you don't know what it means by and teams are playing in this tournament, then you should really have a deep reflection on why that's happening in the first place. Just kind of very brief. All games best of 3 tournaments run in tournament is a single elimination knockout stage. The tournament is seeded via the average win rate of members in the team, and depending on the finish the team has been, then that team will earn a certain number of cups, which will determine the leaderboard position, and the top 8 of that will advance to the next stage, Blitz Cup preliminaries. And one previous skill tournament is spread out across 2 consecutive days. Yesterday I streamed the first day with Boone, and it went into an anticlimactic end where both Boone and KDS got knocked out, and so does XR and also NIC, which means we're not going to see Boone out of top 8 and all games are played in supremacy mode. And for the second day, there are at most 32 teams in one group, and tonight we only have 8. And tonight we will know which clan will get 2011 cups, and in around 30 minutes we'll hand out 677 cups, and we'll move up to see which team will get 2011 cups in the end. And this is the system I will use to, and let's see if there is going to be a difference in the number of cups. And also I will use the spring season system and see if we're going to see a different top 8 here. And this is the timeline for you. We are currently on the last match day of Free Skill tournaments, and Blitz Cup preliminaries will happen in a week. So the dates are 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th of October. It's on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. The top 4 advance to the Blitz Cup for Asia server is going to be held on the 7th to the 8th of November. And this is the schedule for you. We're going to start with the quarterfinals in around 12 minutes, and as we progress through, we'll stream the finals in about an hour or so. And the time given here is in Hong Kong time, which is the time in Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, part of Russia, Mongolia, I don't think Nepal is. We also have Singapore, Malaysia, Brunei, I think maybe Indonesia, but the Philippines definitely one of them, and part of Western Australia and Timor-Leste. And this is the bracket for you. We have all the top 8 teams apart from Boone. That team is replaced by King because of the imperfect seeding system, and we're going to follow our end, and they're going to face HLV at the start, which it's going to be a very important match for R. They want to take revenge on HLV after getting defeated by them a couple of times. And this is the roster for you. Cancer is the captain of the team. And we also have Aries, Sagittarius, Chimpanzee, Theo to Time, Virgo, Leo, Libra, Gemini, and Pisces in this team. And the last run hasn't been really impressive. They lost E4 D02 in the semifinals in the group stage, won ID 2-0 in the third place match, if I didn't put it wrong. I think it's not ID, maybe it's other clan, I just can't exactly remember. But then Exile they lost 1-2, which is not very nice to see, because two of the games, I think the main problem there is they bounced and missed so many shots, which if that's not the case, they could have won. I'd say that's the difference here, and this is the coverage for you. Are we following RN and Footage Blitz following Feast? And we have already decided the top 8, so tonight's merely a practice for all the teams. K out of top 8 would not be able to overtake Boone tonight, so rest of the top 8, the top 7 are playing tonight, so it's really merely a practice, to be honest with you. This is how you can get coins. My moderators will put a link in the chat, and just click the link, follow the steps here, it will be fine and dandy. I'm just getting paint somewhere. I'm just going to hello. Just going to put the stream on for a few minutes or so. Just finish breathing. I don't think I have any more slides. Yeah, so that's good. Besides that, you might have heard about Mapbox. In the description below, I've detailed what Mapbox is. So if you're confused into what is going on with Mapbox, it's just to put it simply, it's a supercomputer I've written to predict results and taking into several factors, obviously. So what is Mapbox saying about RM versus HLV? So Mapbox has predicted RM will lose 1-2 against HLV, and the odds are as follows. How you could read these numbers here is that, for example, you actually put 1 penny in this maybe let's say the system where let's say you predict RN to win. Then if you put 1 penny here, you get 2.12 pennies back. So that's how you read this. So because this nothing really, because you're not going to put anything into that, so don't worry about that. But what it tells you is the probability that this scenario is going to happen. So Mapbox is saying the most likely scenario is HLV 2-1 against RN, though RN winning 2-1 is not improbable at all. And look at how the odds between RN and HLV are so close, so you probably cannot tell. I mean, Mapbox can't really tell whether it's going to be a win for RN and HLV. It's pretty much a 50-50 territory. We can also generate another result here. So let's say if I have this for you guys, back to the bracket. So let's say ID versus Feast. So what's going to happen here? If I put the input here, they're all going to play on the same set of maps. So in the quarterfinals, I don't have to change much. So if it's going to be ID versus Feast, so what is Mapbox saying here? Right. Okay, Mapbox is saying Feast will win 2-1, and the odds are less close as RN and HLV. However, Mapbox did predict ID 2-1 against Feast is more probable than Feast 2-0 against ID. So it's still a pretty much very close match indeed. And finally, we have Low versus GV. So what is Mapbox going to predict in this matchup? Barbox is going to predict GV 2-0 against Low, and Low winning. The odds of Low winning is very, very low. 6.11. That's pretty high for this team. And Low 2-0 against GV is 4.68. That's quite high. I don't want to put the odds for too high because that's could. I don't think that's possible. I think a lot of the teams on the Asia server are relatively closely matched, so I don't want to put the odds too high so that the map box would jinx that fixture. But GV 2-0 against Low has been predicted with 1.35, and GV win 1.2 actually. GV has a really high chance of winning according to Mapbox. So, in any time, the rune should be up, so let's actually get a container. Right. So let's go back to RM versus HLV. Sorry. So, room should be up. There we go. We have RM versus HLV. Marbox is predicting 2-1 win for HLV, but will Marbox be doing the right thing? I've also said in the description below, it's kind of I just recently built that supercomputer, so you know the prediction's not going to be the most accurate, and I only have included the results for this autumn season. So what does that mean? Is that it's it's probably not the most accurate supercomputer you're going to see. It's going to change a lot as the autumn season progresses, and hopefully it's going to get more accurate. I probably would do some tweaking in some of the weightings and so on, and that I think is the main reason sometimes it just doesn't speak the whole picture. It just doesn't predict well. The link to World of Tanks. If the moderators didn't put anything into the chat, just go for the Blitz.Asia. Mr. President is agreeing with Mabox here, so let's actually go to Canal. Canal is a map. I said in Fuji's coffee chat, the rotations is what you want to see here. It's probably the most exciting part of this map. It's very different to Castilla. Yes, both could induce a very boring gameplay at the first minute or two. But the difference with Castilla and also Canal is that Canal you usually would see a rotation because of the caps, because all two teams will at least get a cap, like get two caps, and they must get two caps. I mean, Castilla probably no team would get a cap, and the main objective of both teams is to not allow the enemy team to get a cap. Or anyhow, but Canal is more like you just trying to kind of get yourself into a cap lead rather than the enemies. So, but if you don't, then you need to do something out of it. And this is the difference between Castilla and also Canal. So never do we see Canal, the timer ticking to 0 second. But on Castilla, we sometimes see matches clocking into the 0th second. And I don't think we're going to see here. Our end against HLV. Our end on the north spawn, HLV on the south spawn. Right. So this is the canal map. So these two bases are the bases where enemies try to reset as much as they can to get that cap lead for themselves. So to reset B, you could go to this position and hold down light tank or medium tank. Heavy tank could go to this bush, could get easily shot, so be careful. You can just rush down this kind of gorge here. They come up about here and just actually splash the enemies, and then you can reset B. C, however, is slightly more complicated, but we saw a lot of clippers, especially the 50B, running around in this bush, unleashing the full clip into the tank, especially capping on the right side of C. So if someone's capturing on the right side of C, might get full clipped by that AMX-50B. So capping on the left side is more secure, but it's not totally immune. You could put an FE405 or Gorilla here in this bush here to try and reset the C cap. And A and D, it's just an easy cap for both sides. People say you can automatically win with capturing both A and B, but you need to make sure you don't drop too many hit points, and for the other side just need a good solid coordinated rush and punish all the isolated tanks down this kind of ramp and so on. And you don't want to put too many tanks at the back, so that if the enemies are trying to make a rotation, these tanks at the front won't get too isolated and not helped. So let's actually begin. It's going to be RN versus HLV. So let's head up high and see what's going to happen. We are seeing Aries and Gemini doing double 50Bs, Cancer, Pisces, double T22, Chimpanzee, IS7 might be going for B, and double IS4s played by Sagittarius and Tioto time, HLV. Look at these 50Bs over here. If I can go to their perspective, they're going back. They have to be really careful though. Left behind also I'm Blitz Slave playing double 50Bs, but with Sorte in that IS4, he's holding here down in this big depression alongside Puppy. Then we have a Mouse played by 7710. Is that my free cam is not working, which is not good. Oh no, it's working. And then from Abyss and the Vicus Light, double Vicus Light alongside T Lean. And I think my free cam is not really working. I don't know why. Man. But what Sorte is took a really big hit. God. Just kind of fiddling with the controls here, and he might be going down very soon. Really good idea from our end to kind of push on to it. But with Sorte, he would be down very soon. He's horrendously isolated. HLV got both C and D, and HLV just kind of are in a lot of trouble here. World of Pain, a lead trying to come around and trying to help 7710, but more Sorte could be down very soon. RN's unable to heal it off very soon. And now RN with more than 3k of hit point, no, less than 3k of hit point advantage, but still very healthy in terms of that. And lead going to the side armor. Look at I Am Blitz Slave. He's going to the side armor Sagittarius, but he got absolutely punished by both the double 50Bs and Pisces. Sagittarius in loads of trouble. RN needs to come in and support Sagittarius. HLV gradually pulling back the hit point pool lead. And the people, reducing the hit point pool deficit. And he is finally down. Let's head on to Gemini here. Gemini is trying to go to the back side of the side armor left behind, but you also saw like From Abyss put a really good show into the Gemini, and I think left behind is now getting surrounded by 3, potentially 4 tanks, and he would not be long for this world. And Chimpanzee, he landed a really good HE shell. I love the IS7's HE shell. It's one of the best HE shell in the heavy tank. But now Gemini is heading for someone else. Is he going for Lead, or is he going for Papi? And thank you for subscription. He's going for Papi, and Papi is going to down very soon. Let's head over to the Aries, the perspective here. Hello, thank you for subscribing, Labin. And Sagittarius kills off Papi, and it's going to be 5 versus 2. Lead is going to be very, very ill here, and he's down to a one-shot, and he's down. And From Abyss is killed by Pisces, and the free cam is not working. I'm sorry. Hopefully it's going to work in the next game. So the first game goes to our end. Mapbox is Jenksing. Oh my god, I need to have a word with Mapbox. Right. So let's go. Ooh. I mean, also for the south side, south side is better to go for C and D, and north side is better to go for A and B, just because that side, that cap is kind of like more shielded in some sense. Well, we will see here. Now Aaron going for Cancer in the Vicus Light and alongside Virgo. Aries taking 50B alongside Gemini. They are dropping the T22. Chimpanzee the IS4 alongside Sagittarius and Toyota Time. HLV going for Iron Blitz Slave in 50B alongside Left Behind. Boa also in the IS4 alongside Papi. We also have 7709 in the Mouse and Boa Sorte in the IS4 alongside Papi. Right, the map is Canal. So yeah, I haven't mentioned clearly enough. RN on the south side, HLV on the north side. Let's go. Hello, Kuma from North. Make sure you also spend some minutes in completing questionnaire. The link I've already put in the chat. And make sure you do that because that's going to help me a lot in improving my future streams, especially the Blitz Cup preliminaries, which is going to happen in a week. So after you finish watching this match, then go ahead and head over and complete the questionnaire. That would be really good. Alright, this time going for C, and they're going for a bit of A as well. The Cancer trying to spot up D area, while HLV going for A and B this time. There's someone don't know already spotted here. Chimpanzee camping on the right side. No one's in that bush resetting Chimpanzee. And he's camping on the right side, which I don't understand why. Because most of their forces are on the left side. And I've said multiple times before, it's safer to camp on the left side. I already saw our M being very aggressive on the... Oh, but we're sorting in lots of trouble. What is going on with the Papi and also... Is Papi AFK? No, he's finally out, but Ball Sortie is already horrendously isolated for I don't know what reason. What does HLV have in the mind here? Although that's very also important to say, RN has 3 caps at hand, and they also do not have a hit point advantage though. But that would mean HLV would need to plan a rotation as soon as possible because the caps are ticking very quickly in favor of RN, but the RN needs to make sure they don't drop unnecessary hit with Chimpanzee. A bit careless here, and they need to make sure they don't drop any more hit points. HLV might be using that kind of information to kind of push RN's forces. And this time, 7710 is going to get C. And Sagittarius, oh man. They are definitely needs to stop dropping hit points. There is absolutely no reason. And why are we going to see more hit points being dropped? Chimpanzee, stop being aggressive. Just, you have a lot of hit point pooling. So, lots of cap points, not hit point pooling. A lot of cap points. So you don't want to lose more unnecessary hit points. You definitely want to stay safe. And now HLV with over 1k of hit point advantage, I do feel genuinely worried about RN here. You see the IS4s are very aggressive here. 50Bs at the very back, and the Vecus Light trying to spot up that corner over here to kind of spot up where the HRV is going to push that way, and the Cancer spotting up in the middle. This is a really good position, I like to see. But 770, he's the only tank rushing HLV. What do they have in mind? They absolutely need to make a good rotation, so on. But they're not doing that. Boa Sorte coming in, he's very low in health. He shouldn't be the one going in. But now we're going to see Vecus Lights. the 50Bs and lead going in. I think our end would need to make sure the IS4 stay as long as they could, and they have made a really good decision to kind of pincer the Blitz Slave. The Blitz Slave is going to be down. Oh, this is a really good focused fire priority for our end. They are going for the 50Bs, and I think that's a really good call because the 50Bs could outclip those IS4s, and they don't want to lose too many IS4s from now. But Sorte is also down, and a good HE shell to left behind. The left behind is in loads of pain. And it's going to be 6 versus 5, still very close to call. Toyota time is dead, and I think they ignore the mouse. Good call here. They're not really exactly ignoring the mouses, but this is going to be very, very intense. Left behind from Abyss is down, and Gemini going for lead, and it's going to be 7-1-0 is also down. Aaron is going to win the next one, and Madbox is chasing this. It's going to jinx this. And Aaron win. Aaron are through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to our N. Wow. What an amazing game for our N. And HLV, although they've done really well to chip away the hit points of our N being a bit too careless, dropping the hit points if it's not HLV. If it's, let's say, Feast, our end would have made some horrible mistakes here. HLV, their rotation just wasn't too well coordinated, and the AMX 50Bs was horrendously focused by our end. And our end, they've done really well to focus down the 50Bs. That's the main priority they need to go for. And I think the 50B should have gone down and clip out the IS-4s at the start, because that's these two tanks are pretty easy focus for HLV. They haven't gone for that, and I don't know why. Look at the damage here. Ares in the 50B doing 3k damage, Chimpanzee 2.7k, and we have Lean doing 2.4k, and left behind the only other tank doing more than 2k damage, and you can see Mouse doing very little, and I'm Blitz Slave. He was a sacrificial lamb, and he shouldn't be the sacrificial lamb because he should be the one clipping out the ice wall. So defending very aggressively there, which is understandable. You need someone there to kind of swallow up a potential push, but I would have allocated the 50Bs to shut down these two IS4s. Right. Well, hello Stanley, hello Anycat, hello Steven. Yes, you have rewards after watching the live stream. If you haven't done so, Yori12 have already put out a link in the chat. Just click on the link, just click on that kind of big rectangle and the portal. It will direct you to portal. If you're watching this through the YouTube page directly, then you're not earning anything. You must watch through the portal. Right. So are we the first client to know the results are in? They've definitely improved from the past few match days. They are very different. They look much stronger tonight. At the moment, of course. We'll see. Who are they going to face against? This is the only match we haven't seen right now. I need to know against Feast and GB to know against Low. At least Mabox predicted GB win against Low correctly. But Mabox unable to predict ID's win. It's 2-0 win, and well, that's not ideal. And our 2-0 win against HLV, not ideal for Mabox. Mabox is just not doing well tonight. And Cats versus King, we're going to see who is going to come out on top. Thank you for subscription. Thank you for subscribing, Stephen Fitzgerald. That's really nice of you, indeed. Let me update the score lines and also the brackets. So it's so please bear with me for a few minutes or so. R 2-0, ID 2-0, and low GB. Okay, good. There we go. That should work. Asia. Okay, so we have T4A. For some reason, forgot to include. And then cats. When after a few minutes, or I think after a few hours, then you should be able to get your rewards. I don't know how it works exactly, but that's how. But then I think it will be handed out within a day, so don't worry. Hello, David. This is the number of cups you're going to see. I'm currently in the first place, 49,570 cups. RN, 48,134 cups. GB, 47,228 cups. And so on and so forth. Top 8 is settled, so we're not going to see any change so far tonight. Let me just see if I have anything not working here. Oh, there we go. Let's go. It's good. It's good. It's good. Let's see. Let's reload. You must watch on the Blitz Cup. You can't watch directly on YouTube. You won't get anything if you watch directly on YouTube. We also have another result: Cat 2-0 against King, and King are out, which doesn't improve King's position in the leaderboard. They're going to finish off the previous skill tournament in the 12th place. Where is Cats? Here we go. So your top 4 will be ID, GV, RN, and Cats. So it's all the top 3 except all the top 3 and Cats. Okay. Yeah, you can redeem your coins in the. I'm going to show you here what prices you can redeem. So if you're not clear why you should be earning coins, then I'm going to tell you why you should earn coins here, because they are for free. It's just about you watching the streams for a long enough time, and if you collected enough coins, then you're able to get these kind of rewards, which I really like, especially if you're grinding tanks. That could be very useful indeed. So there we go. If I click into the store, I'm just going to show you what prices you could earn. These are the prices you could earn here. I'm going to show you here. If you scroll down, there are three prices you can redeem. First, you can redeem the KB13. If you're a tank collector, that's the tank you want to collect. You could get free 10 of the times 3 XP certificates. Really useful for you to grind tanks. And I think this tank, it's if you're a really good player in medium tanks, if you want to improve playing medium tanks, KB13 is a good tank to practice on. The main pro is the gun pressure, which I think is a really good practice, just kind of improve on playing medium tanks, trying to work with the terrain. The terrain is going to be an impediment for you, but you want to practice on how to get your gun down. The second one, which is also pretty good if you want to get a tier 8 tank, if you want it for a lower price, and if you want premium time, if you think that you're losing too many credits while grinding tanks, which is often the case for grinding tier 8 and tier 9 and even tier 7 tanks, then you might want to get this bundle where you get a common certificate for researching tier 8 vehicles, a certificate for rare camouflage. I'm not sure how it looks, but I assume it looks pretty good. And then you have 10 days of premium time, which is actually 3 more days than finishing the top 8 in the upper echelon. That's the prize you get. And the previous skill tournaments, after all previous skill tournaments finish, then you will get 7 days of premium time. So you actually will get 3 more days of premium time than finishing top 8 in the previous skill tournament. So how good is that? Yeah, that means you're even better than top 8 teams. Yeah. And finally, I think this bundle is the best bundle you could get. 10 of the times 3 certificates. If you are riding stock tanks, you want to get this bundle because you know the stock tanks, the stock guns are horrible. And then you have boosters as well. 10 epic cooldown boosters, 10 free XP boosters, and 10 combat XP boosters. These are the boosters you want to go for grinding stock tanks. And if you are grinding stock tanks, this bundle will be the best for you. And the coins, this is what you could get from the coins you earn from watching this stream. So free stuff for you guys. So why not go and watch this stream and get these some kind of really cool prices, and especially when you're grinding tanks, these are a must-have, to be honest with you. Thank you for subscribing, another member of the audience. Thank you very much. So let's actually run map ups again. So what are the maps we're going to see here? What are the maps we're going to play next? The maps we're going to play next would be New Bay and Canal. So I have to put up New Bay and Canal to my map box and tell map box that's going to be New Bay and Canal. And what are the other maps? What are the teams? We're going to start off with Cats versus RN. No, let's not start with that because I don't want to run another time. Let's start with ID versus GV. ID versus GV. What's going to be the result that map box is going to tell us? There we go. Map box has said ID will win 2-1 against GV. The odds for winning 2-0 against GV is actually lower than GV winning 2-1 against ID. So for sure, Mapbox is predicting ID to kind of win GV for a higher for a pretty high percentage. So Mapbox is saying ID will win GV 2-1 here. And now there we go, Cats versus RN. What is Mapbox saying about this matchup? Madbox is saying RN 2-0 against Cats. Cats winning, the odds are 3.77. That's quite high. And RN 2-0 against Cats, the odds are as low as 1.26 and 2-1 2.07. And if you go all the way up, Cats 2-0 against RN, the odds are 4.07. That's pretty high here. So Madbox is saying it's pretty confident that RN will win 2-0 against Cats, and we're going to see if that's going to be the case here on New Bay, or Cats are going to do something to shut down Madbox. Madbox haven't been really accurate so far tonight. We're going to see if Madbox is going to make some correct predictions here. But so far Madbox have predicted correctly low 0-2 against GV. So right now, the bracket we are seeing, Cats going to be facing against RN in the semi-finals, and ID will be facing GV in the semi-finals as well. Again, the roster, Cancer is the captain of the team, Aries, Sagittarius, Chimpanzee, Sea of Time, Virgo, Leo, Libra, Gemini, and Pisces will be wrapping up the 10-player squad. Leo coming in place of Aquarius. And this is their past run, hasn't been really impressive, but so far they have beaten HLV 2-0, they have taken revenge on HLV, so RN are looking pretty strong tonight at the moment. And the coverage for you, Feast have been knocked out on the final stage of the Asian tournament, so there will be no one following our Feast. Feast are out, so Fixture splits would be following the bracket of ID versus GV. And if you want to see whether Mapbox is doing a good prediction or if Mapbox is doing the right prediction, go ahead and head over to Fixture Splits, and would that be a 2-1 win for ID or would it be different? And here's the leaderboard for you. Nothing much to say. It's just all the top 8 teams qualified and all the teams outside of top 8 are eliminated. And this is how you get coins. My moderators would, on the chat, give you the link directly to the portal. You just need to follow the second step, and you're fine, and also the sixth step, and you're fine to go. Besides that, please do take the following minutes or so to kind of finish the questionnaire. My moderators will also put up the link of that questionnaire here. It will be very nice of you to finish that questionnaire to tell me what I could improve in my further streams. For example, the Blitz Cup preliminaries, and this will happen in the next week, and I want to make the stream as good as possible and the viewer experience as good as possible. It's all about you. I do want to get you to experience the excitement of the clan wars, and you don't want to you don't want to just click on this video and just leave, just leaving the screen on to get the coins, because that's not what I want to see. I want the people here to get coins at the same time, enjoy my stream and the commentary, and also the the excitement there. So we only have 7 minutes remaining, so that's not a lot of time left. So I'll put the screen for a few minutes or so, just to kind of get you to get the coins. Yes, everything free from War Gaming is very welcomed. Especially for people who are grinding tanks. They are very important. They are a welcome addition, to be honest with you. Now I'm watching myself, kind of jinxing myself with the Barbox. Okay, and also if you have any ideas of the profile picture, no. Yep. Yep. If you have any ideas for the profile picture for Mapbox, it will be very nice of you indeed. And maybe I could even set up a LinkedIn profile for Mapbox. And for the e-server is named Thomas Peterson. Yep. So, whoa, RM went 2-0 against Cats. We're going to see very soon. I think the room should be up. There we go. We're on New Bay. So let's bring the map of New Bay up. So this is the map New Bay. Let me... Yep, there we go. This is New Bay for you. New Bay is a map. I see a lot more clans going for A, which I think for a really good reason is that you got some really good crossfire going in. And you definitely want to put tanks over to this kind of bridge side here and these lanes to kind of shut down tanks, try and defend B and C. That's why we're seeing a lot less clans, a lot fewer clans going for B and C. Yes, Marbox is based off historical matches between teams. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yep, so I believe B and C, I don't see we're going to see a lot of clans going for both B and C, just because you have a lot of lanes that could be a little bit exposed to crossfire. No. So let's review this map, shall we? There we go. We are on New Bay here. Tot Cat in the mouse alongside Eyelion. Get in the kitchen in the E5 and Midix in the IS4 alongside Juicy and Necromancer in the Vecus Light and Yogin and or Yogine and the T22. Just fix the server is spectating, and I am streaming cats. On the other hand, Sion Kun is also streaming this bracket. Yes, and Cancer is playing the T22 alongside Pisces. Aries is playing the E5 alongside Gemini. Chimpanzee is playing the IS4 alongside Sagittarius and Toyota Time. Both ID and Cats are pretty good at the moment, so will Mailbox jinx RN here? We're going to see. But Mailbox is pretty confident that RN is going to win 2-0. There's a big computer saying 2-0 win for RN. So, you can put the bets on Cats to win RN 2-0 or 2-1. I don't know. Um, this is going to be fun to watch. Yeah, but ID and GV, ID 2-1 against GV, would that be the right result? Mailbox, I'm counting on you, really. But with that kind of lineup, Cats, we could see them with a lot of these tanks. They're I think some of these tanks would go A, and the double bounce would go for middle near B, not near B, like middle of the map. We saw this strategy played by Ray, but they took double E100 instead of double bounce. For our end, this kind of lineup definitely says A strat. So I'm going to see a lot of brawl happening around A. Basically, it's just a lot of mediums, and the vibes are really good on A as well. Didn't go away. Lol. We only have 10 seconds left. There we go. Let's get the transition up. Just have to see. If everything is... Oh my god. Well, that would be better. Just some poor alignment. Yeah, both ID and RN, well, but that's quite a long time ago, said by Winterfox. And Cats, double bounce. They're going back with the strategy with Figures like Capricorn B, which I don't really like to see because if, let's say, like, I think it happened to Feast before, they just send everyone to this kind of corner, shut down that Figures Light, and that Figures Light would be no more. But RN apparently they're not doing that strategy. However, Pisces would not get C quickly enough. But we already saw the double E5s are going very aggressively against 3 tanks here, hold down, and the ramp leading to the bridge. But the double bows are going up the ramp. They're just doing the same strategy we saw with the Blitz summer off-season tournaments, but our end they don't have the hit point pool lead at the moment here. They really need to be careful. They are dropping a lot of hit points. Cats are playing really well at the moment. They're just they're just on top of our end by more than 4k of people advantage. Gemini got rammed here, but RN we're going to see a push onto Midix and get in the kitchen and Juicy as well. They're focusing get in the kitchen. The focus fire from RN wasn't the best I've seen so far. The Midix getting tracked here, and RN still in a very huge hit point disadvantage right now. Gemini and Chimpanzee are out. Midix going to be down very soon. They really need to kill one tank here. And Ari is going to get pincered by 3 tanks. And now Midix is out. Toyota time is now getting pincered by both Eyelion and Top Cats. Get in the kitchen is going to be the next tank down for Cats here. Yes, he's going to be the next tank down for Cats. But Pisces is also down. And now Cats with more than 6k of people advantage. I don't really see how our end would win this one. And Toyota time is finally dead. And Sagittarius puts a really good show into Eyelion, but that's going to be a consolation prize here. Cancer is down to 472. And I don't think RN is going to win this one. Cat is going to be on top of this one. Necromancer bounces onto Cancer. But that won't do much about RN here. RN just simply, that push was very ill-timed, and Sagittarius is down to 2 shots and Cancer is down to 1 shot, and Necromancer tried to swear, but it's the first win to Cats. Cats with that strategy just doing a much better strategy than RN, and that Vicky's Light capturing B cap. Yeah, capturing a B cap, not getting punished at all, and that super heavy lineup, RN doesn't seem to have a response to that. They need to do something else here. Oh, but now RN going for a very heavy lineup here now. Mr. President, spectating. Oof. Kraken says foot RN. You guys are voting. Let me just open this poll for you guys. You guys love polls. So let's open the poll, shall we? But how am I getting more fewer viewers than what I did with Boone yesterday? That doesn't make sense at all. Because you guys love the poll bot so much, let me do the polls for you guys. So now Cat's going back with double bows, Top Cat and Eyeline. Get in the kitchen in the E5. Midix Eyes full alongside Juicy. Necromancer, Vic's Light Yoga in the T22. RN, triple mouse. Cancer, Chimpanzees and Sagittarius. Aries and Gemini in double E5s and Toyota time and Pisces double eyes for no mediums or lights. I'm a bit worried, but let's see if it's going to be working for RN. There we go. Now RM with more than 1k to hit for an advantage, so we'll see. RM without a medium or light. RM on the south spawn, a north spawn, Cats on the south spawn. Whoa, that T22 and Vicky's Light for Cats do all the stuff for Cats because they're very important. They have a DPM to unleash and they are very mobile as well. RM without a mobile setup, without any mediums or lights, would that be the undoing here? That bot is late, yes. Now Cat's getting C at the start, and the bridge there is impeding view. We're going to see a lot of viewership here. Those buildings, the office workers, the residents going to witness a very big brawl for both RN and also Cats. And I think RN are going to make a brawl very soon. The triple mouse there are there to kind of distract the double mouse here, the Vegas Light and the T22. And now Juicy getting the focus from RN. RN might have a good start here. They need to make sure good bounce from Gemini, to Gemini from Juicy. Gemini, that will be a very important bounce there. They need to kill off Juicy as soon as possible before it's too late, and they did. And now the next tank they're going to focus is going to be getting the Kitchen Chimpanzee, the first mouse down. The mouse there still holding on. They've done their job here. They still need to hold on as long as they could. Get into the kitchen, got tracked, and he's down. Midix is going to be pincered by 3 tanks. Toyota time is quite low here. And Midix is going to be down to Ares here. Double mouse, still very healthy here. They're going to barrel in the T22 and Yoga and the Necromancer. Why are they here? Why are they not flanking from the backside of our mouses here? And now Gemini and Ares, very, very obvious that the target they're going for is definitely Yoga. And Yoga is down to someone. I couldn't catch that. And Necromancer took a really big hit though, and he's now down. And it's going to be 2 versus 6. Our end, those T22 and Vicky Slay are unable to make use of their advantage here. And it's going to be a relatively easy win for RN. And Eyelion is going to be the next tank down. Yes, it's going to be the next tank down. Tot Cat, last man standing. I don't think Cat's going to do something here. There we go. Thank you for subscribing, a gamer here. So, it's going to be a tiebreaker. It's going to be Canal Cats. Ooh, would that be a good map for our end here? Because we saw that how easily they've dispatched HLV there. So would that be a good sign for RN? We'll see. But let's actually head back to Canal map. This is Canal here. Canal. Again, B and C would be the caps that both teams would like to reset and try to get their own cap more quickly than the others do. So A and D would be easy caps. They want to get hold of these caps as soon as possible, and it's all down to whoever team has a really good solid rotation and whoever team does really well in terms of rotating and instead of receiving that rotation and so on. So 40 seconds left. Tot Cat and Juicy playing double Bs. Get in the kitchen the E5. Midix in the IS4 alongside Eyelion. Necromancer in the Vickers Light alongside Yoga. RN going with Cancer in the T22 alongside Pisces. And Aries in the 50B alongside Gemini, Chimpanzee in the IS7. Pisces also in the T22. Sagittarius in the IS4 alongside Toyota time. Libra and Virgo spectating. Xiang Kun also following this bracket. Just Fix the Server also spectating here. rolling Swan with 4 heavy, so that's not. Is it good to see? We don't know. It's the meta. It's the NA meta. I don't like NA meta, sorry. Four mouse and 3 eyes full lineup at once. Did I see spell? Wink wink. We're going to see RN on the normal spawn, they're going for A and B. Cats on the south spawn, they're going for C and D. Chimpanzee just going past through Sagittarius. And they know their stuff. Cats capping on the left side of the circle. Chimpanzee are very very aggressive here. Is he able to reset? Look at Aries. He definitely have done his homework. Look at Cats unable to capture C, and now Eyeliner Mythics are in loads of trouble here. Good start for our end. They have done their homework. Obviously, they are going to cap A as well. Our end. Cats unable to cap C. Unfortunately. And now we have the cap lead, and Chimpanzee just need to move back. They have the cap advantage here. Oof. Alright, these two IS4s just going to hold defensively due to time. It's spotted. He needs to be really careful not to get shot. Chimpanzee spotted up the IS4s again. Cat's really unable to put something, unable to cap C here. And our end we have more than 1k of hit advantage. Cats are in loads of trouble. Cats lose this. Are you supporting Madbox? Madbox would really want Aaron to win this one, because otherwise that's going to make a lot of difference to the algorithm. Okay. Toyota time shooting nowhere. Sagittarius also spot both of these IS4s are spotted. It's going to be pretty much a double affair here. Double T22s, but Chimpanzee is very, very low. So he might want to be very careful here, but he made a really good decision to go away from C and just stay safe. But that would leave a big hole opening here, and these two IS4s, they might be a little bit in trouble, but not a lot though. Cats piling up on their spawn. Are they making a rotation down to their own spawn? And I think this is what RN is predicting at the moment. What, me? Necromancer, you don't want to be the one leading the charge. Well, maybe you have to be the one, because you're the only tank. No, Get in the Kitchen might be the one leading the charge. RN is now going to take into the 700 caps territory. RN still holding very, very aggressively here. Yogain puts a really good shout into Yota time. RN needs to make sure they don't lose unnecessary hit points. Some Blind happening going on. Cancer getting spotted. Some good crossfire going into Cancer. Cancer dropping a lot of hit points. Now he's very low. Now Cats have the hit point pool lead. And this is not good news for RN, because Cats going in to shut down the Ice Force. I think Cats might have this if they're not careful enough. Chimpanzee, the RN, the 50Bs are in loads of trouble. IS7 Chimpanzee, good focus fire from Cats into Chimpanzee, and I think having no one into kind of spotting the tanks up, I think it's a mistake. And I think Chimpanzee will be down very soon. The 50Bs just running around. I don't know why, but he might be the focus for the Cats team here. The RM without a good hit on Pooley. Chimpanzee is down. They want to shut down a tank, and a bounce from Necromancer to Ares, but Ares is down. Gemini would like to kill off Necromancer. This is a very important tank they want to kill. They got Necromancer, but Cat's already barreling through. Cats is very low in here. And now Sagittarius going up on B, just defend B. Just last ditch effort. Are just holding on very, very precariously. They only have 4 tanks on the battlefield. And Cat's going for A as well. And Pisces are in loads of trouble. And Gemini definitely going to cap C here potentially. And now Pisces is down. And RN only have 3 tanks up here. They really need to kill off 1 tank at least and not lose another tank. Gemini on the fire here, and our end are really losing this one if they are not careful enough. And a bounce onto eyeline from Sagittarius. Now that the 50Bs have come in, they're going to shut down Sagittarius. It did, and Yoga is trying to come in to B. This is going to be really, really tight for RN and Cats. And Toyota time trying to hold off 3 tanks here, but will Cats we can't be able to kill off Teotihuacan time just quickly enough. Yogan on a fire! And now Teotihuacan time is killed! And now Cats have to hit point pooled in here. Midix trying to go for C, and Gemini. Is he able to kill one tank? No. Cats will have to cap me. Cats are through to the finals here. GG to Cats. Really good. Good win for Cats here. Wow, Cats doing really well. I think really down to T22s and the 50Bs, just not aggressive enough there, just staying at the back, and the T22 just lost a lot of hit points, and when they need to get out of that corner here, they lost a lot of hit points doing so, because at that moment, Cats are in really good position to shut down tanks going out in the open. And Cats, with Top Cat doing over 3k of damage, Yoga doing over 3k of damage, Juicy doing 2.8k and killing 2 tanks, IS4s, actually the tanks doing the most damage, and pathetically, Gemini doing 811 damage, killing only 1, and Chimpanzee doing 876, and it's going to be RN getting knocked out. Finals, Cats against who we're going to see. Matchbox is wrong here. Right, sorry, I'm not very hyped today because I'm very, very hungry. Let me just eat something before I continue. Alright, so sorry, I was having some snacks here. We have Cats 2-1 against RN and ID 2 against GB. In the finals, we're going to see Cats against ID. And the third match for third place, GB versus RN. So let's ask Matchbox what you think about the matchup of Cats versus ID. Matchbox predicting ID will win 2-1 against Cats. Well, interesting stuff because Cats are languishing in the sixth on the table, and ID first in the table. So they are also Matchbox also predicting Cats 2-1 against ID has a higher chance than let's say ID 2-0 against Cats. So interesting stuff here. We're going to see some really close match, obviously. 90, the odds for ID winning 1.89, Cats winning 2.13. That's not a lot of difference here. How about GV and RN? I think you guys are all saying WTF just because how RN was throwing away this advantage so much. So, GV versus RN. GV losing 1-2 against RN. RN winning 2-1 against GV. The odds for GV against RN versus GV 1.15 and GV 2-1 against RN 1.81. So, actually lower odds than RN winning 2-0 against GV. So, you can safely say both GV and RN will be very closely matched, and we probably will be expecting a tiebreaker here. Right. 10 more minutes remaining, so not a lot of time. Let me update this as well. Oof, oof, with Nightbot coming into action. Right. Yeah, Cat's turning it around pretty well. Good. I agree with you, Faison. I think it's all to deal with Aaron not doing really well in the defense part. To be honest with you. Inman is very annoyed about that. To be honest, I mean, look at his saying in the chat. Right. So we're going to see here. We're going to see Cuts versus ID in the finals, Aaron versus GV in the third place match. Let me update that as well. Yeah, they push at the right time. Props to them. You're right, Faison. I agree with you. Jenks Burger. Yes. When's the next match? Should happen around very soon. In around 8 minutes. If you don't know about the timing of the schedule, I'm going to show you here. This is the schedule for you. It's going to happen around 8 minutes, and I've imposed a 5-minute delay, so you're going to see the match is starting 5 minutes later than it's written here. That's to prevent teams from knowing what the enemies are taking, and this is to ensure a fair match and so on. I think it will be up very soon. Oh, going to wait for a room. Around 2 minutes, I will receive the room. Meanwhile, I would get this. And if you're not getting any coins, if this is a coin stream, so you obviously want to get as many coins as you want, my moderators will put a link in the chat. Meanwhile, make use of this break and fill in the questionnaire. Also, my moderators will put up a link in the chat there as well. The prizes you could earn is as follows. You can win the KB13. You can actually for people who are grinding tanks, this is really good bundle for you, especially if you're grinding for a tier 8 tank. You have a certificate for the XP and 10 days of premium time, and also you have a really nice looking camo. And this is very good if you're grinding for stock tanks. You have 10 times 3 certificates and 30 boosters, which are very good for grinding stock tanks. So make sure you redeem your coins in the offer session and scroll down and you'll see these 3 bundles which you can redeem with coins. There we go. We're on Port Bay, so let me get the map up for you. Port Bay. Where are you, Port Bay? This is the Port Bay map for you. I think you can't do any boost for this position again. You can't really boost here as well. So A, B is for cap pressure, but defending A and B will be difficult because you have a lot of lanes to defend against, and that could be very hard to do. And then you have the C corner here. This is really good for back control and so on. But then if you want to rotate, then you might be liable to crossfire because you need to expose yourself in a pretty far position in A and B, and you might get shot horrendously. So this is Port Bay for you. This is a position that a lot of heavy tanks go for really good holding position for A and so on, resetting A as well. I don't think we can. I don't know. We saw this boost done by some Iron clans, I think last year, and you can also reset C with a badge or E3 here, and you sometimes see a TD here. So basically, Port Bay, you might see some TD in action, and we're going to see if it's going to be the case for Cats and ID. Let's go. So we're going for Team ID in playing Sheridan, Active Duty in the E5, Lanley in the all-on-3 alongside Linked, Plurielica in the Mouse alongside IDS and Radioactive in the E5. Cats, Todd Cat in the IS4 alongside Midix and Eyelion. Get in the Kitchen in the E5 alongside Necromancer and Juicy. Yogain in the T22. Right. Yep. People are predicting ID like Cats could puts a really strong challenge, mounts a pretty strong challenge to ID, and that is why the player is there, ready, put for it. Yeah. Originally, you could say that, but because of coronavirus situation, we don't have any Twister offlines. So, so we have all four streamers in the room. Eternal Zinzan and spectating with the team of ID alongside me. KFC Noru spectating alongside Lost Hope for me. Just Fix the Server spectating for Cats. Fidget and Seong Kyun are streaming in the perspective of Cats. Oh, a lot of people voting. That's good to see. We already see 2-2. 2-3 for 3 votes for Cats. Until the world has good pain for international servers, I mean, for international areas, then we probably won't see server for the server very soon. Vote NIC, lol. Let's go. Head up high and ID on the south spawn, RN on the north spawn. ID where they're going. They're going for mostly A and B, and so does Cats. And Yoga and Govinda is trying to kind of spot tanks going through C, potentially. And Camper in the Sheridan, dare to reset C whenever possible. You just need to spam the missile. Is that missile going to hit? It's going to hit the dirt, however. B is now getting captured. We're going to see Midix. Porielica has a shot into Midix, puts a really good shot into Midix, but IDS is not focusing Midix though. He's going for another tank, which is a good choice because you do want to reset B, and focus fires actually would do the opposite thing. But now Cats have got B with 3 tanks, but dropping a lot of hit points doing so. Look at Mythics now down to 1,267 hit points there, and Campen definitely is responsible for doing a lot of damage, and Cats are in a little bit of trouble here. And we are seeing a triple double 1-3 push, and alongside with an E5 along to the Necromancer. But look at Cats are very, very quick in the respawns. But Necromancer might be down to, on the other hand, Juicy and Get in the Kitchen are trying to shut down Radioactive, and Florielica is trying to shield Radioactive, which is a good idea here. Bounces. And then we have Midix down. It's going to be 6-7. Still, it's going to be a very messy here. It's going to be very messy gameplay here. It's very entropic and very chaotic. And now Totcat very low, Get in the Kitchen very low. Hit points in favor of Team ID by more than 3k. And I think now Totcat is down, Get into Kitchen is down, Necromancer is the next tank down. ID should have this one in the bag in the first game. And yes, Necromancer is was killed by Linked, and Yoga just running around the heavy tanks, just unable to do something about that. And Campen is dead. Juicy trying to support Yoga in here. And then iLion is trying to pull back as much as he could. And IDS is trying to put a really good shell into iLion. He does an active duty. Bounces onto Yoga and Eyeline is killed. GC is still very healthy, and we only have 2 tanks remaining for Cats. And it's just going to be a big brawl fest here, and Yoga is dead. Juicy is down to 1,229 hit points, and Landy on the adrenaline puts a really good shot into Juicy. But IDS is going to come behind Juicy, and active duty killed Juicy. First game goes to Team ID. There we go. We're going to see some changes here. Lanny now spectating in place of Lasso for me. Campen the Sheridan, active duty in the E5 alongside Lasso for me and Radioactive. Link the IS 1-3 and Lasso for me changing into IS4. Paul Relica in the mouse alongside IDS. Cat's going with Top Cat in the IS4 alongside Midix and Juicy. Get in the Kitchen in E5. Necromancer in the 140, Yoga in the T22, and Eyeline will be wrapping up in the mouse. Cats on the south spawn, ID on the north spawn. We have 20 seconds left to go. There we go. Let's go. Let's head up high. Let's see what's going to happen here. ID going mostly to A and B. That Sheridan going to C again. Cats mostly going for C. Interesting call for Cats here. And Campen might be able to spot something out here. Lands a good missile, just a AP shell. And I think Campen's going to spot up both Necromans and also T20 and also oh, we got punished by both Yoga and Necromancer. Oh, he might have got, I mean, he was there up top. It takes another shot. Man, Campen's down to 748 hit points. That's not a good start for Campen at all. Not able to put a shell into Necromancer and Yogain, however. Now Cat's going to get C, but Cats won't have a Cap lead here, because I is going to get B as well, and Cap has successfully got B, but he needs to stay safe, get away from this situation, but he got spotted. I-Line might be able to put a shell in. He does put a shell in. He is now down to a one-shot. Campon needs not to die so early in the game. And IDS and Active Duty will be very aggressive here. We are seeing some missile sound happening, but hitting nothing here. We're going to see Cats making rotation to shut down these E5s here, and potentially we are seeing a severment for Cats. 4 tanks onto the E5s here, 3 tanks onto the other side. But IDS going in, I think, would that be a good choice? But then these E5s and 1-3 needs to go in to help, but they are rushing 4 tanks with 3. Would that be a good idea that could the focus fire is actually there for Cats, but Cats needs to move in and get in the kitchen, needs to get out of the way. And now Legs is coming in to support the rushing E5s and the 1-3s for Relica now getting very aggressive. They need to shut down the E5, the IDS as soon as possible. Cats have still a hit point pool lead. Now Lastophobe on the other side is getting killed. Apparently Cats doing much better on the other side, and that's the case. And now Midex is trying to come in to support the Juicy, get in the kitchen, Yogain. And Active Duty receives a bounce from Necromancy in the 140, but good actually shell from both Yoga and also Midex. Are they trying to go for all the caps, and Cats need to be careful not to let ID win by cap points. They need to get at least 1 cap here. Now Juicy, very healthy. He needs to shut down Preliminaries as soon as possible. But that corpse is going to block his view here, and Linked and Plurielica did a double tap. One of them bounced onto Juicy. Plurielica down to 1 shot, and Campon still alive. He might be able to put a missile shot. He puts a good shell into somewhere, I don't know. Top Cat, he's pretty isolated. It's 4 versus 3, and Caps are solely in favor of Team ID, and they at least need to shut down the tanks as soon as possible. Yogain going for C, and Radioactive needs to be killed as soon as possible. And Totcat needs not to die here. And this is going to be very tough. Totcat going for A, this is a really good call. But good shot from Totcat into Campen. Kill off Campen, but Caps are still taking in favor of ID. ID barely hanging on, and they need to make sure Radioactive don't survive for long. And Radioactive is down, and last man standing for Linked. ID 975. Will the unthinkable happen here? Linked showing the backside of Yogain. Length has nothing to, can't do much. His traverse speed is going to be troublesome for Length, and Yogain is down to 1,025, and now Cats have all 3 caps. Really well done to Cats to get all the caps here, and to prevent ID from getting a cap win here. And now Cats got all the tanks, and they won the second round. Congratulations to Cats here. Midix might be right this time. No, Mapbox might be right this time. Sometimes they don't have the T22. Maybe Necromancer doesn't have the T22. Maybe I forgot he has T22. But if you don't have the T22, T62A and the 140 are both good substitutions here. We are on New Bay. Just expect a huge brawl fest over A. I don't need to brief that again. We're seeing a lot of fewer clans going for BNC just because defending there will be a little bit difficult because of the incoming crossfire from the bridge side and also very, very straight lanes. That's why a lot fewer clans are going to defend both B and C. And now we're going to see ID going with Camping Figures like activity D5, Lenny and Length in the double eyes for Plurielica in the E5 alongside Radioactive, IDS in the mouse. Cats, Tot Cat, Mouse alongside Eyelion, Get in the Kitchen in the E5 potentially alongside Lacromancer, Midix in the eyes alongside Juicy, Yoga and in the T22. Right, so North spawn for ID and Cats South spawn. So we only have 20 seconds left to go. Awesome Blitz on Sheridan, lol. They don't need lucky push if they have more hit points. They just need a well-coordinated push. Cap disadvantage doesn't mean anything. In fact, it's why most of the teams lose the match in the first place. It's not because of the cap disadvantage. It's mostly because they got killed with 7 tanks, like something like that. Rotations, it's something that the top teams have been working on a lot. Sorry, and Lenny and his gang is going for A, while Cat's also going for A, and look at the double mouse going for middle here instead. And Camper just going straight into A. Would that be a good idea? Because now Yoga is there to reset. Campen is going to be stuck there, and you don't want I think it's like to be stuck there. And Yoga doing really well in the reverse side scraping, receiving a bounce from Campen, but look at ID just going in straight, and Yoga is trying to run away, and look at Mythix trying to put a good shell, but it's just a bounce here. ID just going for an IFS at this point. The mouse just a bit slow. Look at IDS holding on 2 mouses. That's what you want to see for our Team ID, to buy time for TID to kind of kill all the tanks here, and Cats are in loads of trouble here. Look at the formation just very isolated, one by one, and this is not what you want to see. They're not close to one another. At the same time, ID, the focus fire wasn't there yet. They need to get a good focus into Get in the Kitchen, which is the first time down for Cats. Meanwhile, Midix is probably the next focus for the Team ID tanks, and this is what they're going for. And Juicy might be very low here. He's very, very low indeed, and he's killed by Plurielica. And Necromancer was killed by Camper Lila and killed IDS. The double mouse did really well against that mouse, but that bought enough time to ID. Now only 3 tanks alive for Cats and 6 tanks alive for Team ID. This looks to be a solid win for Team ID at this point. And look at Length put in really good shot to Yoga, and Ally blocked the way of escape for Yoga. Yoga is shooting Eyeline. He is angry at Eyeline for blocking him, for running away, and he's rightly so to be that angry. And Linked and Active Duty are going to pencil down that mouse here. Landy's going for Totcat instead, and it's going to be a win for Team ID. And Madbox is right here. Totcat is killed, and now last man standing, iLion. Congratulations to Team ID. Congratulations to Madbox, and there we go. Team ID got the tiebreaker win on New Bay. Well done here. So we got Team ID doing over 3k of damage. What? Active Duty doing 4k and 2 damage, killing 3. Linked 3.4k almost, killing 1 tank. Radioactive doing more than 3k of damage, killing 1 tank as well. So the Team ID tanks there are very important. Miles Totcat doing 3.5k damage, but only the E5s are unable to do more than 1k of damage. Yet in the kitchen decrements are less than that. Juicy doing only 1092 damage, and Yoga and Eyeline killed only 1 tank each. So that was a very convincing win for ID, so congratulations to ID. Okay, let's see other results. For the third place match. Third place match. RN to do against GV. That's it for now. All games are finished. Previous skill tournaments have finished for Asia server. This is it, and I'm going to tell you the final standings and so on.
We'll jump in and talk to him.
Hello.
Even though the game noise is playing, because when I looked, he wasn't there, and it's just ridiculously silly.
Hello,
I should
Fidget.
come out really and take the game noise. We'll play this replay in a minute. I'm going to drop the game noise. Hello, Jack.
Hello, Fidget. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't take this one pretty seriously, to be fair.
No, I didn't either. I wasn't as hyped as before. Just because I'm a bit hungry, so I can't be so energetic. And secondly, it's just settled. The top is settled, so nothing really exciting about that.
Well, exactly. It was settled. Where do we get to? We got to
Yeah.
there. So I'll fast forward it to the point where there we go.
Okay, so you know, I created a supercomputer map box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That bot did okay. In fact, predicted the exact restart for GV against Low, and also ID versus Cats. Predicted the wins for ID, RN, and also predicted the wins for our ID and RN correctly. So not a bad night for Mapbox, and especially predicting the finals result correctly. That's really good.
Like I said, I didn't take this one seriously. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all in the top 8 anyway. It's pretty much settled.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one. I mean, there's the last chance tour, but I don't think there's going to be enough cups in that for KDS to make a difference.
No. So now the top 8 will be ID, RN, GV, Feast, HLV, Cats, Low, and Boone in this order.
So yeah, I think my commentary was a bit strange today. Sorry, guys, but hey.
I'm going to apologize for my commentary is a bit strange today as well. So
Yeah, but did you start doing Star Wars quotes in one game? No. I did.
Oof,
Yeah. Well, I had Feast followed and then ID all the way through. I
yeah,
mean, they're settled. It's settled.
it's a yeah.
There's nothing they're playing for.
No, nothing really.
So it was just a bit of fun.
It was a bit of fun, yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, RN's still pretty inconsistent though. They've done really well against HLV, but against Cats, that tiebreaker win for Cats, Cats did really well, but our end could have done a lot better. Just, I think, defending a cap advantage, they haven't done really well in that game.
Mhm.
And I thought if they could have positioned themselves in a much better way, then RN could have got that. I mean, they got 2 caps, while Cats only got 1 cap, and Cats still managed to win them on Canal.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But Cats versus Team ID, and I think we can safely say Cats are are competitive in the top 8, right?
Yeah, I think they are.
I think they are.
I think they are. I mean, they played a cracking game on the second game on
Port
Port
Bay,
Bay.
really well. I do agree, it's a really good game. Very much due to Camper losing a lot of hit points in that Sheridan, which is not ideal.
Well. So, right, all those people on my stream, because there was like 20 odd of you, which is nice.
Yeah.
If you're on EU, or even if you're not on EU, and you're going to watch the EU streams tonight,
Yeah.
every single one of you, pop in to Jack and Amunet stream and
Yes.
say, "Happy birthday, Amunet."
Yeah, that is true.
Today, Kerfuffles, it's her birthday.
It's her birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday to Annette. But I don't know what much to say about tonight. It's just I'm not really too hyped up tonight, but also like how about your side about Feast and Team ID against GV?
I just didn't take it seriously today.
Oh.
And
what happened to those games?
ID won. I was on Canal.
Ah, I see.
And as I said, I mean, Canal's not the easiest of maps from certain spawn points.
Nope, definitely not. And it's a map that a lot of clans have invested to do rotations and so on. And it requires a lot of effort to pull off in the end.
It does.
Yeah.
But had some good fun.
Yeah, it was some good fun.
It was all right today.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to play one of your. Yep. We've seen it. Old one's happy. Keep sending me the same bloody replay. We got Himmerman.
Right. Oh, besides that, for people watching this stream, don't forget to complete the questionnaire about my stream quality and so on. And the more constructive the response, the better.
It's nice that you have a questionnaire. I don't have a questionnaire.
Oof.
Why don't I have a questionnaire?
You should make one yourself. Just going to put this in the link.
One. Give me yours, I'll steal it.
Lol.
So I'm going to play this replay. This is Innerman going out in a smasher. And then I'm going to end my stream because there's not much to talk about. The top 8 is settled in Asia.
No, not much to talk about.
There is a last chance. There's a last chance saloon, but it's not going to help. KBS, who is the clan that vying to get into that top 8, they've missed out. I believe.
Yep.
It's all over for them.
Yep.
Don't forget, there are still streams going today. So on EU, there will be my... I'll go through the list, actually, tell you who's doing who, and what, and why, and when, and where. So, where is EU? Asia, NA.
Right.
EU, here we go.
Yeah. Good.
So, firstly, every good name is taken has the reward stream. He will be
Yeah.
following Endgame.
Yep.
They will be rolling out with Imor first off,
Yep.
and he will then follow that through the bracket, and it's the reward stream.
Yes.
Amulet and Jack will be following, well, Wildoneshelper will be following Legion against Win to
Yep.
begin with. So
Yep.
that is a game you don't want to miss.
Yep.
Following it through to the end of the bracket.
Yeah.
I get the short straw. I get Souls against Gun, whoever Gun are.
Yeah.
And then I'll follow them through to the bracket. And then Rib, R1B,
Will he stream?
gets Papa against Vibes because Raid didn't make it.
Will he stream though? Because Raid is not here tonight.
Good question. I do not know. Is the honest answer.
Right.
I just don't know.
Okay.
And then those of you who are in North America, I will be streaming North America with the coin stream.
Fish
And I
also
will be
streaming.
going- And Fish is also streaming.
Yep.
So there you go. That's nice.
Yeah.
And I've got Shiro against Slow, and Fishy has GMA against Ated.
Right.
There you go.
Yep.
It's all good fun.
Yeah, it is. Right now you're seeing on the stream is the spring season cup system. That is calculate. That is to do the calculation here. We are seeing a different top 8 here. KDS actually are in the 8th position, and Boone actually trailing KDS by more than 4,000 cups.
How come?
Yeah. Because I use the spring season cup system, and Feast are actually in the 7th place.
Oh, that's spring season.
Yeah,
okay.
spring season cup system.
Not this season.
Not this season. So I'm very glad that Wargaming did improve on their cup system, and Feast in the 7th place is just ridiculous.
Yeah, well, they improved, and it's better, and
It's better.
everybody's happy.
Yeah, Boone out of top 8. KDS, even without participating in the first tournament, are still able to make it to the top 8 because Boone just didn't make it to a lot of the final stages. So there you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if we use my system, are we going to see a change here? Let me do it. I'm going to run the same thing for EU server tonight, and we're going to see some changes with the standings.
See, he has a system. Can you believe that? It's a system. Unbelievable.
What?
You have a system.
Yeah.
So he'll explain your system, and then my stream is over, boy.
Yeah.
Great game there from Inman.
Good.
Lovely. That's a very balanced tank, as I keep telling everybody.
Under my system, though, ID will get the 1st place, and then RN, and then actually KDS will get the 7th, and Boone will be in the 9th.
Okay.
However, I didn't take into account if I actually what Wargaming did with imposing a threshold and participating in one of the previous tournaments, and this is what's going to happen. I'm going to impose 400 more cups to that system. This is what we're going to see very soon.
Right, and with that, I'm going to go.
Yep.
Guys, I've been Fujit. That has been the very last Prove Your Skill for Asia. It was enjoyable. Made no changes, but it was enjoyable.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, big thank you to everybody who came in and had a pop in and watched. And a massive thank you for the mods for keeping the chat happy. Yeah. And also a thank you for Jack for being there at the end.
No problem.
And with that, I'm going to go. So thanks a lot, guys and girls. Talk to you all soon. Don't forget, EU later tonight.
Yeah.
Be there. Don't let us down. Show some love. And don't forget, tell Amunet happy birthday.
Yeah.
And with that, cheerio.
Cheerio. Right. My stream's still going on though. How the stream you're seeing is that I've imposed the 400 threshold cups for participating, and KDS have dropped to 10th here, and XR are now in 9th. So definitely, if I did the same thing as what Wargaming did with applying a threshold to the to participating in one of the previous skill series, then yes, KDS are out of top 8, and Boone, we still have the same top 8 here. I think we have the same ranking as well. I don't think maybe Cats. Yeah, I think, apart from a switch in position between cats and HLV, this is interesting.
Wowzers.
So that goes on to show that the official system is pretty close to my system. Yes, you only saw a change in positioning between HLV and cats, so I'm happy. It's not a lot of change here. It's just cats and HLV switching position, and the rest of the
Yeah.
top 8 positions is correct. Yeah, so it's really interesting here. Right, I'm not going to last for long. The current stream is a bit meh.
How many views did you get then? Did you
Uh,
get enough?
I did get enough,
Back,
but
don't tell me. I'm gonna have a look.
oof. Yeah, so I probably will
Excellent.
end the stream here very soon. So sorry if you don't get enough coins. If you're late, then you should have a good reflection of yourself.
No, there should be enough coins.
All right. Okay. Yeah, because
It's been what? It's been almost 2 hours.
yeah. Don't forget to complete the questionnaire. I'm going to spam it the link there. Complete the questionnaire. And this has been me on the Asia server. Cruiser Skill Tournaments. I'll be seeing you guys in next week. And hopefully a week break for all of you guys, and hopefully a week break, not a week break, a week of trainings for the top 8 teams going for the Blitz Cup preliminaries. Good luck to you all. I'll see you all soon, and tonight I'll be following EU. Leisure versus win in the round of 16 alongside Mnet, and happy birthday to her. So thank you all for watching, and goodbye to you all. See you. Cheerio. There we go.
You turned off it, correct?
Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet.